If you talk to anyone in our company, they will become evangelical very quickly about what it is they do. And honestly, that brings me to work every day.
We try to talk to each other as much as possible, right from the conceptualization of the project until we develop that into a product or a service that needs to be delivered to the customer.
When you look at IGS, you're not just looking at me. It's really about interacting with everyone.
Teamwork is so important in any company, but I think IGS in particular needs teamwork because of the sort of unique market position that we have. We are not just building software that is sold to a customer. We're not just building hardware. IGS is trying to combine hardware, software, plant science knowledge, data, infrastructure, and without teamwork, that's really difficult.
What you're really looking for is not the case of what are you buying? Well, what you're buying is the world's finest growing machine, but it's more than that. It's about the relationship. It's about ensuring that we've got the scientists behind us, that we have the engineering team who are going to resolve any mechanical problems. So it's really about a long-term relationship. So my name's Paul Terrell. I'm a product solutions advisor, and my role is to handle all the inbound inquiries. With my team, I am the first point of entry for all inbound inquiries. So what that entails is usually somebody will come in to us, they'll ask a load of questions, they'll usually want about information. So in the first point of call, they'll get a reply back, they'll get some brochures, and then what we'll look to do is to arrange a video call with them. And that's so that we can get a better understanding of what it is they're looking to do, as well as to explain more about the IGS system. As our first point of contact, it might be me, but then as we progress, you'll be introduced to the crop science team at the Crop Research Center, to working with deployment, who will help you to engage builders to build out the superstructures and then to fit the IGS equipment in. So it's really an end-to-end service, working with IGS throughout the whole entire process.
My name is Freddie Reed and I am product manager here at IGS. The product management team is responsible for gaining feedback from the customers on how they're using their product and what is their experience with the product, with early stage prospects on what is the market demand, and with the internal management team on what is the business strategy. We then work with the technical disciplines within the organization to prioritize what we are doing and why we are doing it. The technical disciplines are then responsible for how they deliver those to enhance the customer experience. By seeing how our customers are using the growth towers and seeing what the prospects are wanting in terms of from the market and in terms of what crops are wanting to grow, we're able to guide the engineering, plant science and software disciplines into what they need to develop and create a product which is useful and has a good market fit. Our technology is very flexible and it can be used in a number of different use cases. So we can grow for starter plant production, early stage crop production, which is then going to be planted out into the field, or even for high value crops such as pharmaceuticals. This benefits our customers because they can remain very flexible and they can change to fit whatever the market's saying, what is the market demand for a specific crop. With the flexibility of the technology, they can easily switch over production to new crops. New product features can either come through customer feedback, or they could come through blue sky thinking in the organization, or they could come through what is the market doing, what is the latest crop that people are wanting to grow in a growth tower, and what engineering changes do we need to do in order to accommodate that. We are continually reviewing what is happening in the agri-tech market, and we are looking at how we can either incorporate new technologies into our system, develop new technologies in-house, and we are also always improving our recipes, adding to that recipe portfolio to expand the crop portfolio for the customers and for future customers as well.
At At IGS, we are a multidisciplinary company and we tend to work in multiple collaborative projects. When the project is conceptualized in the company, we bring together these members. We look at the idea, find opportunities there, the gaps that need to be filled in to have the final delivery as a product or the service to the customers. It starts with onboarding a new customer through our business development team. Most of our customers, they want us to run the proof of concept trial. What does that mean? That some of the crops which have never been grown in a controlled environment and they want us to test that, how they will perform. So we run a proof of concept trial here in IGS Towers and provide the results to our customer to assess if it is an economically viable model for them. We also help our customer during the scale-up of the trial. This is very important because most of the times in research, things that actually work on a small scale, they don't work at a large scale. And this is where my team comes into picture. We slowly start scaling up the trial from very small scale, like few trays, all the way to a few hundred trays, and we share that result with the customer. Once the customer has bought our towers, we also send few people from my team to help them enable and pass through that first hurdle of translating this research into the scaled up version. And at the end of the day, we just want them to be happy. So this is a very nice way to work together by trusting each other and collaborating right from the conceptualization of the trial until the customer has got the economic viable trial running in the factory. Our success lies with the customers, and we want to have delighted customers. Running these kind of proof of concept trials, it gives a level of confidence to our customers in our system, in our towers, and in our capabilities. We are not the kind of company whereby we just sell the towers and leave the customers to it. Instead, we want to have an engaging relationship of collaboration where we enable them to succeed.
My name is Gail Reid and I am the Head of User Applications here at IGS. What our team does is we write GTMS, which is the Growth Tower Management System. That Growth Tower Management System is essentially the brain at the heart of our towers. So that brain schedules waterings, it changes the colours and the intensities of the lights to be optimal for the plants. It takes photographs, it shows you the progress of those, it allows you to set environmental variables, and it allows you to check on the status of your tower from one single place. What it gives our customers ultimately is control. It also gives us the ability to have different plants at different stages in their life cycle within a certain tower, and really allows our customers to have the flexibility to say, I need a crop grown for this date and this volume, and produce a crop exactly on time. One of the good things about us growing from startup into scale up is the fact that we all know each other. We have really good relationships across our team. We know that we can go to the sales team and we can find out exactly what our customers have been saying and really understand the feedback. What can we do to help them? What can we provide for them? And that stuff is really, really essential to us growing. One of our other key relationships is with the data team. They get to play, they get to find out what the data is, they get to do some really inventive things with crop growth and how they can monitor that and make it something that really benefits our customers.
I'm Emily Seward and I am the Head of Data at Intelligent Growth Solutions. The data team provides a continued service to IGS customers by adding value on top of the offerings that other teams provide. I think data is so important because it's really what distinguishes us from more traditional horizontal farming. We suddenly have all of this data at our fingertips that enables us to make decisions, but it's very easy to get overwhelmed by that data. You know, you've got millions of data points coming in. As a grower, it's daunting to try and deal with that. And that's where my team comes in to try and help. So we act as a funnel. So we take the raw data and we try and turn it into some insight and then suggest an action that you can take off of that insight. And it makes the process easier for the customer to make the right decisions with the data at their fingertips. It's really important to use a data-informed approach when working with IGS customers because that's where you get the real value out of the machinery. And when we're building these models, the data in is what determines the quality of the model output. So One of the things we do is ensure that the quality of the data we're collecting is really high and it's also complete. It's all very well to say you've got millions of data points on temperatures, but if you don't have the corresponding information on what that temperature change does to yield, then actually it's not very useful. So my team works to try and ensure that we're collecting the right data and that it's a high enough quality for us to be able to make decisions and informed outputs at the other end.
My name is Cameron Alexander. I am PMO lead in the deployment team within IGS. My role involves handling all the process and procedures so that we can deploy towers successfully. Once a customer signs a contract with IGS, we work alongside the supply chain and engineering teams to help the customer through the concept design and technical design stage of a deployment. This ensures that they are ready for us to install the towers on site when the time comes. We provide a continued service by working alongside the customer during the concept design and technical design stage of the deployment. We work with IGS supply chain team and engineering team to ensure that the customer has everything in place for us to deploy the towers on site. We have deployment project managers who are assigned to individual customers that we work with. They work with the customer through the concept design, technical design and the installation of the towers on site, so the customer has one point of contact through the entire process. So in the deployment team, we're unique in that our deployment delivery team are on site with the customer every day during a build. It's essential for us to have a good, strong relationship with the customer to ensure that the tower installation is successful. After our project is finished, we undertake a lessons learned session with multiple departments within IGS, such as the supply chain and engineering teams. This is to assess what has worked well and what could have gone better within a deployment. We also use JIRA issue ticketing software to identify any areas for improvement and then action these on a case-by-case basis and try and take these learnings forward where possible. We interact with the engineering hardware team on a daily basis to ensure that we're up to date with any changes to the product so that we can integrate them into our project plans and tower builds. We also work alongside the supply chain team to ensure that delivery of materials to site is going to occur when planned to best suit the customer. It's essential for us to build strong relationships with the customer since we may have ongoing deployments with them in the future, and because we have a large section of our team work on site day to day with the customer, it's essential that we build strong relationships to ensure that they are a delighted customer.
I'm Craig Small. I head the customer support team here at IGS. For us as a customer support function, we interact with the customers on a regular basis, giving them regular feedback. We have a team of technical support analysts and a team of engineers. Technical support analysts, they are frontline support. They'll be the ones that will deal with the tickets as they come in from the customer. And generally they deal with them within 15 minutes of them coming in, so quite prompt in dealing with these tickets. We also have the engineering team that will support the customer support analysts, so they are kind of a technical support to them as well. But the engineers also attend site and they'll do service repairs, they'll also do routine maintenance and they'll attend that every 6 months. We have quite a broad expertise within the team, so we have engineering team, we have people that come from IT background that helps us do a lot of the analysis to ensure that we can get to the root cause of any of the problems. So when we provide the quarterly reports to the customers and then when we have the follow-up meetings, we do have a good interaction with the customer. They do appreciate the information that we provide for them. It's generally quite in-depth information where we'll go into a lot of detail of what the problem was and how we've resolved that and how we've stopped that happening again, and that's very much appreciated.
We're so much more than just a vertical farming tech developer. It's the combination of people and technology that makes IGS unique. When you buy our growth towers, you get access to a whole range of teams across IGS. We cover everything from crop science and data through to product management and 24/7 customer support, as well as iterative software development. Whether you're a new customer or a long-standing partner, you'll know that it's the people that make IGS.